Let me hear you say Crux, yeah. Crux, yeah. Let me hear you say Crux, yeah. Crux, yeah. Crux, yeah podcast.
Crux proper.
Crux, yeah, motherfuckers. Back for another week, man, and a new friend of mine, Lance Braggs. What's up, man?
LaRance.
Oh, it's LaRance? I already fucked his name up. We're not friends anymore. Bye. I just lost a fucking new friend. I fucked it up.
It's typical.
I was like, dude, there's no way. I thought maybe that's because like I saw your Instagram. So I was like, oh yeah, well maybe that's just he had to put it that way, or that's some kind of inside joke, or that's like he had to, because sometimes names are taken. Yeah. So I was like, oh, that's probably what it is. I know what his name is. I didn't fucking know. I was wrong.
I mean, it's spelled there. It's just everything's in lowercase.
Do you get that a lot? Do people do that to you?
Every time they say my name, bro.
I'm one of those fucking people.
I'm so used to it now. So
do you know Mikey B?
Heard of him?
Okay, so I did his podcast a couple weeks ago. Friend of mine, awesome dude, funny fucking comic, and went to his house to his podcast. And the night before, he texted me and was like, "Here's the address. Let me know if you have any trouble finding my house." Or no, he sent that to me the morning before the night I was going to go over there, right? So then I texted him back like, "Oh no, I already found it last night at 3 a.m. And by the way, you sleep funny," like thinking I was like gonna like it was a funny joke. And then he texted me something back really quickly. I forget what he said, like something like, "Yeah, I do everything funny." And I was like, dude, I bet every motherfucker has texted him something like that and thinking they're original, and I'm one of those assholes that's not included. So I asked him when I got there, he's like, yeah, everybody texts me something like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like when he said, let me know if you have any trouble finding my house. Like, he's like, yeah, everybody. I was like, God damn it. I fucking knew it, man. So I said to him on his podcast, I'm just like another one of those motherfuckers that thought they were being funny, that was just texting you something stupid. But yeah, man, thanks for coming out here, dude. I met you at the Snookies, Mike, right?
No, I actually met you the first time, I think, was at the Hyenas in Fort Worth.
How long ago was that?
That was a minute ago.
That was a while ago, right? Yeah. Because that was the first time. So that's the first time, at least, that I remember seeing you like do some of your act or like work out some jokes, at least.
Yeah.
And then you like were talking. You were doing crowd where you were talking to me, right? Because I found out that's how I found out you had kids. Or
I think that was at Snookies. Whenever
that was at Snookies. Yeah, that was at Snookies for sure. And then I went on after you. And I started doing some of my jokes, and you were like, that's good, to one of them. That's what I love about that room, man. That's why I love that place, dude, because that's like a brutally honest room.
Very
like,
honest.
Dude, if you're doing something that's not funny, bro, no one's going to laugh. No one's
bro.
going to make you feel better. No one's going to try to help you out, which I love, which I wish every place was like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, if it's funny, laugh, and if it's not, don't. Because I want to know if
I don't even want, no. I need more than this. Just don't, like, tell me. You know what I mean? Throw a tomato or at me or something.
Right?
Tell me.
Yeah, dude. You're also the first guest that was early for the podcast. So, which is good. No, because and it's a good thing. I wish people were a little early because I'm like I like to over prepare. I get anxiety preparing for shit, even if it's not my podcast. Like I want to make sure I show up early. I hate being the guy that shows up late.
Right.
But most guests, and I don't care. I'm just used to it. Most guests will text me like 5-10 minutes before they're supposed to get here and be like, "Hey man, I'm running late," or "Hey man, I'm on the freeway." And some people don't live super close to me, so no harm, no foul, I understand. But I'm so used to that when you were like, "Hey, I'm here," I was like, "Holy fuck." You know what I mean? I just wasn't even prepared for it,
Well, yeah, this is all I do, though. You know what I mean? So everything's on a schedule.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like I'm going in, clocking in with a boss, and then leaving. I'm actually clocking in with a parole officer, which is my wife, and then I'm leaving. You know what I mean? So it's like I have to be on time, bro. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that one.
Dude, that's great, man. That's great. I forgot to. By the way, if you ever see, I always tell people, I used to tell them before, but I'll tell you now that we started. If you ever see me on my phone, it's just because everything that I do here, like the TV, if we ever watch like clips or we have to look shit up, or like the timer, all the shit I just do on my phone.
Yeah.
So I'm never looking at my phone like fucking checking Instagram. I don't have a producer right now at this stage in the podcast, so I literally have to fucking control everything on my phone.
It's all good.
So, but yeah, man. You also, how long have you been out here? You asked me how long I've been out here.
I've been here since November. Actually, the day before Thanksgiving is when I came here.
Okay.
But I had been going back
of 2021.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I had been going back and forth because of just, pre-book shows and an unfortunate incident that happened with my brother. But I had been going back and forth. And but just finally just like here.
Yeah.
In February.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. Yeah. Now that everything, so we're in California, the Bay Area. I saw
I
your
live in the
510.
Bay Area. Yeah. That's where I was living before I came out here.
Okay.
We talked about, I grew up in LA. So
Yeah. Okay.
whenever I moved from the Bay Area, it's I had went to the Bay Area to go meet all of my dad's brothers and sisters and all of my cousins.
Okay.
And you ever been around somebody and be like, you anxious to meet them, and then when you get there, you're like, ugh.
Yeah,
bro. Like
the,
I was
the facade, like the hype is ruined or whatever.
Yeah,
You hyped
it was
up in your
though.
head.
It was because I heard all these glamorous stories. When I was growing up,
Oh shit.
your uncles with the shit, and your mom, your aunties, they all with the shit, and your cousins, they this, and then you get there and it's just like, this is not what I signed up for, bro. Like this is definitely not the people that was told to me. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
after I met them, I tried, reaching out to them and trying to get them to be on the same level I was, because I'm the second oldest boy out of the family. So, my mind is on, okay, I got all these little cousins. We need to try to make some money. They need to buy, their mom the house, buy them a house, pay their child support, all kinds of other stuff. And I gave them a couple of months, and I just was like, I can't do this anymore. I got to go ahead and do my thing because I don't want to end up like them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when I did, I did one show, bro, and that was like 2012, and I've been on ever since, man.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, it is. It was a little, could have been better if my family would have been everything like they said they was, but for the most part, I'm glad I went through what I went through, because once I finally do get to that point, I don't have to give nobody nothing. You know what I mean? Like I don't owe anybody anything, so they can't be like, yo, hook me up with let me some money or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. I got you. That makes sense. Yeah, it's like we were talking about a little bit before we got started. It's definitely like an adjustment. I really like it out here in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. But yeah, man, it's fucking cool, dude. I like it. Like we were talking about, the people here are nicer, arguably in different kinds of ways. They can have the negative sides to them, like you were talking about. But dude, I really like, first of all, I like how open it is, because I talked to some of my close friends, and that's the reason why we moved out here, is because it's just fucking, everything was so closed up during COVID and all that stuff. My best friend said he didn't wear a mask to the gym for the first time since COVID started. That was a couple weeks ago. So stuff's starting to open up. You know what I mean? It's starting to kind of come back to a form of normal. Hopefully it stays that way. Hopefully they don't freak out again and try to close everything down.
Right.
Because they've gone forward and backward on that shit a few times, which you probably already know. Yeah. So I'm going to start, now that everything is opening up, though, I'm probably going to start going out there every month or so, for comedy stuff. Because I have friends who've been doing comedy there for years, that I really, would love to put shows together with, or, just get back out there and go to mics, go to different places, meet people, network. And you haven't really been able to do that to the extent that you used to be able to.
Exactly.
Before COVID. So
I know the outdoor shows, those are being pushed real hard in the the LA comedy scene. They was like real hard, bro. Like everybody was actually not going to the Comedy Store, and that's why you'll see all these new faces in these different venues out there, because everybody's like, okay, well, we can't make our money here.
Right.
We might as well make our money outside this Italian restaurant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what they've been doing, man. Like it's been, I'm talking like sold out shows at a restaurant. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
So, hopefully everything, returns to some form of normal and everything, but
I mean, I hope not, because they ain't really been pressing no issues on child support. So, shoot, let it stay, 75% open. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, California is a tough state for fucking just getting taxed for everything, dude. They keep track of you, dude.
Criminals, give me your money.
The EDD, child support, everything, dude.
Bro, speaking of child support, bro, check this out, right? So, I got an email from the state of California saying that somebody had reached out to them and told them that I had a child with them. And I was just like, I got one kid.
Yeah.
The child support with him was over 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, yeah, well, we're gonna have some kind of little, Skype meeting and this and the other. I'm like, all right, cool. So I go to the Skype meeting and I'm talking to the lady and she's like, we've been looking for you for over 16 years. I'm gonna go, oh, wait a minute. First of all, my son was 3. Okay. So basically you telling me I got this lady pregnant when my son was 3. I don't think that could even possibly been going on because me and my kid's mom were arguing back and forth. You know what I'm saying? When he was 3 years old.
Right.
So trying to have a kid with another weirdo was the last thing that I was thinking about. You feel me? So I'm talking to the lady. I'm just like, listen, I don't even know who the kid is. She tells me who the kid is. And I was just like, that's impossible. It can't be my kid. Well, she said that she's never talked to you since she found out she was pregnant. I was like, that's a lie. Cause I just spoke to this lady like 5 years ago when she was trying to destroy my newly marriage that I'm in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she was and the lady was like, well, I don't even believe you. I'm like, I don't care what you believe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know anything about this lady. And on top of that, why was she waiting till the girl is 16 years old?
Yeah. Before
she finally reaches out to somebody about this baby.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just like, all the accolades that I've been coming across, this past couple of years, I'm starting to think now it's just like, okay, she see, okay, this one right here, he's got potential. You know what I mean? Like he will pay his child support and he will be a good father. I might as well just say he's the dad. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
I'm me, myself. I ain't no sucker like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My wife is my second girlfriend ever, bro. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when was that? Second girlfriend ever?
I've been married to my wife. It will be 5 years in July 30th.
Okay.
5 years, bro.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like
I'm at year 5 too.
Yeah, I was more afraid of getting into relationships because I seen all the scandalous shit that the women in my life did.
Yeah.
Toward the men that they was with. So it was just more like, I don't need nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nothing like that.
It's hard. It's hard to find. Like I got lucky, because it's hard to find somebody that that you really feel that close to in a way that you're like, man, I really feel like this person isn't crazy and they're not going to turn into someone crazy on me.
Crazy, bro.
Everyone, they all are crazy.
Bro.
You're 100% right. You're 100% right. But like, at least it's hard to find. This is what I mean. So like a lot of the times I like would find myself thinking to myself like, God, dude, I cannot imagine like being with any like this girl long term. This was like my wife was the first girl I dated where I was like, wow, like I could actually imagine being with her long term. Before that, I was like, dude, I can't stand talking to this girl for more than 5 minutes.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm sure there are multiple girls that felt the same way about me. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's just it's cool and kind of rare that you find somebody, that you can get along with in that way. So
yeah, my wife punked me into this relationship though. She did, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like she said that she doesn't or she didn't. But every time I tell her to explain the story,
yeah,
she explains everything to everybody and they give me that look like, yeah, I think you probably did punk him into this relationship. You know what I mean? Like when I met my wife, I was working at a bar and she came in, started working part-time to help her cousins out, the ones who owned the bar. And I had met her there and we got to chopping it up and talking. And one day her and her friends got to talking about being married and they asked me, I was like, hell no, I ain't never get married. Fuck you hoes. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you gonna get married. That's what this is my wife now. You gonna get married. I'm gonna plan your wedding. I'm gonna pick out your colors and blase, blase. And literally, bro, like 2 years later, me and her are in front of San Leandro Marina, you know what I mean? Saying vows with a police escort. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it was just like, yeah, that's what happened. You feel me?
Yeah.
She's just like, no, I didn't punk you. I'm like, you told me you was going to plan my wedding, which you planned the date.
Yeah.
You picked the colors because you picked the colors.
Yeah.
And you picked the location of where we was going to get married. You know what I mean? So it's just like, yeah, you did punk me into this because when I met you, I was saying, fuck you, bitch. Like, I don't want to be with you. I don't want to be with nobody. Because I had just gotten out of a real bad relationship, which actually sent me into doing comedy, man.
Oh.
And I use my relationship to get me where I am today. You know what I mean? And during that time, things was moving for me and I was meeting a lot of people. I was traveling back and forth. I was working at the Comedy Store. So it's just like, nah, I don't need to get in no relationship with nobody. You know what I mean? I'm single. I can probably meet Naomi Campbell and bite her booty like I want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was all of my dreams. I wanted those, you know? And, man, that was the last thing on my mind was getting married, bro.
So what were you doing at the Comedy Store?
I was working with Crazy Cindy, bro. We were
no way.
Yeah, bro. We was promoting shows, and I was basically barking outside every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I literally did that for like 2 years. You feel me? And, she gave me an opportunity to get on some shows and get seen, and you know, be able to
like at the Comedy Store.
At the Comedy Store,
like
bro.
Belly Room, original,
and the main room. Yeah,
that's
bro.
awesome, man. That's fucking great.
Yeah,
that's awesome, dude.
So you know, that was something that I seen was helping me out. So I was like, shit, I'm gonna keep doing this.
That's great, dude.
You know what I mean? Yeah, bro.
That's great.
Yeah.
And you did Goldie's podcast recently.
Yeah, I did her. Well, it's not a podcast. It's like
or an interview.
Yeah, her interview.
I haven't had a chance to listen to your episode. I like her a lot. She was actually supposed to come over here a couple times. We had to reschedule. So she'll eventually get over here. But it was just like a schedule mix up one week, and then I had it was just she'll get over here eventually. But yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah, she's dope.
Was that fun? Was that cool? So did she just ask you a bunch of questions or?
Yeah, she did basically. Just ask me questions about you know, stuff going on in the entertainment business, and you know, promoting my show, and just laughing, joking, kicking it. That was it.
That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, she's really, really nice, man. She's a really cool person.
Yeah, that's my partner right there, man.
Yeah, big time, dude. And the fact that she was on the Flavor of Love and everything and all that.
Yeah, I won't ever let her live it down. Like, like you can't get no boyfriend because you kiss Flavor in the mouth. That's why. That is a magnet. Everybody knows. She kissed the raggedy mouth. You know what I mean?
That show was so interesting too. That was so crazy.
Yeah, it was beyond crazy because I was like, how in the hell is this ugly ass dude running into all these fine ass women, and I can barely meet one out of every 40 that's walking around here? You know what I mean? And that one, hell, she could probably be dragged. So I mean, it's just like, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot, bro. I'm like, come on, man. There's no way.
Yeah, dude.
No way.
Isn't that funny? That's like a old school term. It's trans now, right?
Yeah.
Like it's an old school term. All that stuff, like I feel like the last 3-5 years, everything has just gotten completely renamed, dude.
Yeah, you know? Shit's broken down into categories now, bro. Because all that shit back then, it was just gay. That's period. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was just gay. Didn't matter. You could be a boy, girl, boy turning into a girl turning into a boy. Just thinking about it, whatever it was gay. You know what I'm saying? If you played tetherball, you was gay. You know what I'm saying? Like,
everything.
That's all it was, just one category. Now, hell, you could be like, oh, you a lesbian. Bitch, I ain't no motherfucking lesbian. I'm a dyke. Whoa, wait a minute. Ain't that the same thing? That's the same thing. It has to be.
You know Tim Dillon?
Tim Dillon.
You know who Tim Dillon is? Sounds familiar. Comedian. So he's gay. He's started in New York and went to LA. He's buddies with Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan kind of blew up his career. Yeah. He did the whole, like, he blew up on Instagram of like a few years ago because he did what's the John McCain's daughter that's on The View and shit. He did a video where he dressed in drag and he pretended to be her.
Wow.
You know, yeah, and it went, and Joe Rogan blew it up, talked about it on his podcast, like put him on a bunch of shows. So he's huge. His podcast is huge. He's an awesome comedian, but
that's hilarious.
He's a guy who's like, he's not gay in like a stereotypical sense. You know what I mean? Like if you listen to him, watched him and stuff, he said he was gay. He'd be like, oh fuck, okay. Like he'd be kind of surprised. But he talks about that. He's like, dude, being gay is like boring now, like compared to everything that all the categories, everything that's going on. He's like, yeah, I try to talk about stuff as a gay male, and then like these Gen Z kids will come out and be like, well, yeah, but you know what it's like to be a pansexual witch? You know what I mean? Like everything, like just crazy shit.
I'm old school, bro. It's all gay.
That's fucking great.
I just say, man, that's too much, bro. That's too much. Keep it simple. Like, golly, man.
Yeah, dude, it's interesting, bro. It's fucking crazy. It's
and then
crazy.
You talking about it as a pansexual witch, like that is another thing that I've been noticing. There's a lot of motherfuckers out here playing with dark arts and all this other shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like they're playing with these dark arts. They get $1 million. But then they're getting fucked by a dog. You know what I'm saying? It's just like this. The balance isn't correct. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't like those odds, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
And
No, totally.
Everything's so dark now.
It is.
You know what I mean?
It is, dude.
Like, okay, so I went to Taco Bell when I left from here. When I got here early, I told
I
I went to go grab a bite to eat. I went to go grab a bite to eat. Get to the Taco Bell, And I hear this lady, she's like, yeah, I'm gonna cast a spell on this lady. And I'm like, whoa, first of all.
You heard that over here?
Bro, I was at the Taco Bell when she was saying it. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, hold on. First of all, I believe in Jesus, okay? So let me go outside because I'm not supposed to be around this evil shit. You know what I mean? And let me go ahead and get my order so I can go. So whoever you gonna cast a spell on, that shit don't backfire and it hit everybody else around you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to be that orb for that dark ass shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? No, can't do it, bro. Scared the hell out of me.
Dude, that is
and I'm in the South.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in the South. Like, all the weird Southern just stereotypes of witchcraft and voodoo and all that. I'm in the South, bro. I'm in the heart of this shit now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, bitch, I'm gonna cast a spell. Like, who you talking to, first of all? I don't have nothing to repel this shit. You feel me? Like, by the blood of Jesus, leave me alone. And I'm stuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to be doing that, bro.
Yeah,
so then
sure.
I'm gonna have to be like everybody else. Then I'm gonna be just gay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to do it, bro. I'm not trying to do it.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking crazy, dude. I'm gonna cast a spell. That'd be fucking weird to hear, dude. So you do stuff in Austin too, right?
Yeah. I'm an executive producer for a comedy show that we do every 2 weeks. We are in the middle of our first season. The show is called MacPack Comedy Show. We'll have it aired on Roku. It will be on Apple TV, Punch TV, which airs in like 5 different states. We also have a Hulu and Amazon Prime, you know, and I'm pushing for this BET Digital, but, you know, they haven't really just gotten back to us or anything just yet, which is not a good thing, but it's not a bad thing either because they might not just have something in the lineup for us just yet. But
yeah, I think I saw Jordan did that, right? Jordan J.
Yeah,
that's cool, man.
Jordan J did.
Yeah, he's a really, really cool comedy friend of mine, man. I've been ever since I started out here. Like we've been pretty close.
He's a young
stuff.
comic too, bro.
He's great, man.
He's young though.
Yeah, I know. It's great.
Like
I
young,
love it.
like
I love
2-3
it. Yeah,
years.
I think he's totally, man.
You know what I'm saying?
This can be
2 or
great.
3 years in, and as funny as he is now,
Yeah,
like I just want to see him at his 10-year mark.
yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So that's, you know, that's when it make or breaks.
Yeah,
Comedian, like really make or break a comedian.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
At that 10-year mark.
Yeah, like I've heard, like, so do you know who Alonzo Bowden is?
Yeah, I know Alonzo, man. Yeah.
So he did one of the first episodes of my podcast on Zoom. We've been friends for years.
Okay.
Because we're both sober. So, because AA, you know what I mean?
Me too, bro.
So, okay, cool. I didn't know that. All right. So I've been sober since 2004. And
2001.
Okay. Yeah. So you're class of 01, I'm class of 04. He's class of like 1992 or some shit. Or 88
that's right.
or something.
I forgot Alonzo.
He's fucking.
I forgot he that season, bro.
Yeah, he's been around sober for a long time.
I ain't calling you that old, Alonzo, but you old in the motherfucker. You know that, right?
He's I think
like
he got sober before.
Got receding hairlines, brother. Like,
he got sober before he started comedy, I think.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure. Yeah, actually, I'm positive. So we've been friends for years because of that. And so I asked him to do this podcast when I started it last July. So he hopped on the Zoom with me, which was very nice of him. And he was talking about kind of like your first 4 years are like your college years, you know? And like that's the time where you like try stuff, you kind of work on kind of like finding what you like and getting comfortable. And then when you get out of those 4 years, then that's really like when you start to become a little bit more seasoned, you know what I mean? And you kind of get really pretty sharp at that point if you've been going hard. And then, you know, then obviously there's a lot of different opinions, like a 6 year can be like a trial period, or I kind of, you know, what's funny is we were talking about when we were talking, I was kind of equating it to like what it sounds like to me, kind of like with sobriety, you know, because like your first year is like, it sucks and it's hard. You got a lot of ups and downs, and you know most of it's kind of shitty, and you're kind of.
Can't believe I let that guy grab my balls. Like, yeah, that.
yeah. It's like emotionally like unstable, and and you know, and you feel kind of like inadequate, and then after you get. Then 2 years is kind of like this like pink cloud period where you kind of feel like, yeah, I know what's going on. I have a couple of years. I have this figured out, overconfidence. And then you stay doing it. And then things kind of start to get real. 3, 4, 5 years, you get some maturity and so on and so on. And then 7, same kind of thing. And then when you get to 10, then it's like, you know, man, I really feel like I have, you know, you still have things you work on, but it's not really about like the drugs and alcohol anymore. It's more about like you, and like maybe getting some outside help. Like I remember when I got 10 years sober, my sponsor, I've had 2 sponsors in my sobriety. I've had the first one was like was the first half basically. Like he helped me like first couple times through my steps, you know, through all the fucking shit that I went through in sobriety and making amends for things that I did in sobriety and shit. And then my second sponsor was kind of like my more like emotionally sober sponsor. So he helped me with things that had nothing to do with drugs and alcohol. It was just like, you know, the fucking problems with people and, you know, fucking getting outside help or fucking therapy and things like that.
Right.
So anyway, you know,
you can't choke on Crux. That's
yeah, right. Dude, I've had so many fucking stupid things like that, man. But yeah, I feel what you're saying because he was talking about that. He's been doing comedy a long time, dude. You know?
Yeah, I think he was one of those comics that was around like Richard Pryor and everybody was still around. You know what I mean? Like,
I think it was like the end days of that stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but shit, just those end days. That's still a lot to soak up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, big time. Big time.
I wish I could have ran into a few of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would have just been like, okay, so what type of Spanish fly was it that I'm supposed to be using? Okay, go ask Bill. I got you. I'll go ask Bill.
Dude, so did you ever do anything at the Ha Ha Cafe?
Yes, I have.
Oh, that's cool.
Matter of fact, I did a show. What was the last show I did there? Was October the 17th
of 2021?
Yeah, October 17th of 2021
that's cool.
was the
that's
last
cool.
time. And then
so do you know Manny Aguilar?
Manny, that sounds familiar.
He's a buddy of mine. You probably recognize his face. He's around.
I have to see. All right, so with me, a lot of the comics, a lot of bro, they do weird shit. So
what do you mean,
bro? Don't play.
No, I want to. I'm not pretending. I want to know what you mean, though. I probably will agree with you.
It's just weird shit, bro. I don't know how to explain it. Okay. I don't do it, so I don't know what it is. You feel me? But it'd be weird shit. You know, just like, for instance, how some of them might approach it. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, like, so you got any room? No, bitch, like, get your weird ass away from me. You know what I'm saying? Like, they do weird shit. So I'm 42, bro. I'll be 42 in May. So I'm kind of like, I'm okay with the weird shit, but I'm not okay with the weird shit, bro. So I try to stay away from it. You know what I mean? When I see it coming, I'm immediately like, I'm on the phone. Like, hey, I'm on the phone with my mom. Let me talk to you a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I don't really, I know a lot of faces. I know a lot of faces.
For sure.
Names.
I'm that way too.
If I remember your name, it's because it's something about you that I have a connection with.
Sure.
You and I, we're parents.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, so you remember. Yeah.
We're more mature than a lot of the cats out here. So I'm going to remember your name. You know what I mean? I might have to, hey, Crux, look, bro, I might need you to call my wife. Look, bro, I need bail money. You know what I'm saying? Like, tell her to bring the black bags or something. You feel what I'm saying? Like that. So we have something relatable. So yeah, cool. I'm going to remember your name. But a lot of them, man, I think it's mostly the pedophile jokes that they have. And you know what I'm saying? That stuff, I'm just like, wait a minute, this is too detailed.
Funny,
you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know too much about this process.
You feel
dude.
me? So it's just like, let me just stay away from this one, huh? I don't know who's watching him. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny. That's on that note though. So that's what I like about here, dude, in fucking in Dallas, Fort Worth, because people, I feel like even the comedians, dude, because I've been here long enough now that I kind of know, and I'm a face person too, more than a name person, so I can relate to that 100%. But now that a lot of the comedians here, now that I've seen them a million fucking times, and I see them multiple times a week, I know pretty much everybody by name, a lot of people at least.
That was by choice, bro. I'm choosing not to know these folks' names.
True. I get what you're saying. What I was going to say though is, that's the cool thing here, is that a lot of people don't really do a lot of that weird stuff that a lot of people in LA will do comparatively. You don't agree?
Bro, that's why I only go to maybe like 2 open mics around here.
Okay.
I go to Snookies because I'm dealing with black folks.
Yeah.
We ain't fuck all that weird shit. We ain't doing that over there. Yeah. It's a lot of people over there that think the way I do. They go and keep that weird shit away from me, bro.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? I go to Snookies. I'll go to Hat Tricks, but I go to Hat Tricks because it's literally 7.5 minutes from my house.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I'll go to like maybe Hyenas or maybe even Dallas Comedy Club. Just all depends. But a lot of these other ones, man, I'm not, they weird, bro.
So you mean some of the bars and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying.
It's weird. It's just weird. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, okay, even though, yeah, it may be an open mic, but still the establishment, respect the establishment.
Yeah.
Don't get into it with the people that's working there
Yeah,
at the establishment.
Yeah, of course.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of that stuff that I'm just like, that's weird. Let me
that
stay
is
away
weird.
from it. You know
That
what
is
I mean?
weird. That is weird. Yeah, no, I've seen that a couple times, so I can understand what you're saying. Yeah, for sure. I was asking about haha though, because so this is my little biography, because my big background in like arts and entertainment is just the music business, right? So I was a musician for a long time in a bunch of different bands, and the group I have now is like, we got a little bit of success, have a little bit of money and stuff. So that's cool. But comedy, so I first went to like my first open mics in 2012.
Out here?
No, in LA.
Just in general.
In LA.
Yeah.
And in general.
That was the 17th I was telling you about.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, it was at the
it's at the new location compared to, remember when it was down the street. Woo! So the 2012, this is when it was down the street. It was farther up Lancashire, right? Mm-hmm. So that's when I went in, and I was also, there used to be this open mic that was at the bar of a Holiday Inn in like Los Feliz. It's like right where Hollywood ends and like Los Feliz starts to begin.
Who ran the room?
I don't remember. I don't know. That was when I just went and started doing open mics. Right.
Oh, okay.
So I did a small handful. This was very short lived. I don't even count this. Okay. So I did like 4 or 5 maybe open mics in 2012. Right. So I did like that one like once or twice, and then I did haha like a couple times. The 4th time I did haha, I like said some funny stuff. Whatever, had a decent like little open mic set.
Okay.
And this comic afterwards, like, hey man, like you're really funny. Do you want to be on my showcase? It was just a bar show in Hollywood. So I was thinking like, this is easy, bro. This is how it's done, dude. I'm a genius, dude. So I went to this bar show and I ate a fucking dick, dude. Fucking bombed, right? And then I was just like, fuck this. You know what I mean? So that was the end. So the only time, so since June of last year, June 8th, 2021, has been the time that like, this is where I'm like going to like 4, 5, 6, 7 plus open mics a week, doing well, bombing, fixing stuff, writing new stuff, picking up the things that work, leaving behind the things that don't, like actually hardcore doing comedy.
Yeah.
So it'll be a year for me in June. So like, this is the time that I officially count. You know what I mean? Because
a year this coming up June?
Yeah. June of 2022.
Are you started in 2012?
No, I did like 5 open mics in 2012, so I don't even count that.
And that was it?
That was it. Because I was like, I bombed at that show, and I was like, fuck this. I had other priorities. I had other shit going on, every music, all the other stuff. I was just like, you know what? This is going to take too long. I just wasn't ready. I wasn't ready, dude. This time
You was
I
like
was
T.I.
ready.
at this moment.
Yeah, right? Yeah, like a lower level, but yeah, exactly. 'Cause isn't he like, wasn't he about to do stuff? What comedian was helping him? Putting him on and stuff.
He just did a show with Rip Michaels. They booed the shit out of him too.
Yeah, I heard they were talking about that at Snooki's the last time I was there.
shit
Not the
out
time
of
you were there. I went there one other time since I saw you there, and they were talking about that. There was someone else though that was, I think Godfrey was putting him on shows and stuff too for a bit.
Yeah, he was.
Or something.
He was.
And then he stopped or something like that. I think that's what they were talking. I don't know, but that's what they were talking about.
Godfrey don't want to lose people.
Yeah, dude, that guy's amazing, dude.
Monster.
That guy's amazing. So yeah, it'll be a year. This is what I really count. You know what I'm saying? So like, was it the first time ever in my life that I did stand-up comedy in June 2021? No, because of that little stint in 2012 that I don't even count. But this is really what I count, because this is like going constantly and working on stuff and building a set and figuring stuff out. And you know,
like really in the field.
Yeah, really doing it, dude. Really doing it. And I was like, let me see how much funnier I can get at this point now to when I've been doing it a year, and I'm not even technically at that year. I'm coming up to it. It'll be like in June, it'll be a year, but I'm not even there yet, and I'm already kind of like, dude, I'm already in. You know what I mean? Like the shows I've done so far, and the fucking like, the rush I've got from when you have a good set, or from when you're killing, or when you make a room laugh, like. It's fucking. I'm already in, dude. I already know.
You love it.
I already know. Yeah. I already know. I'm in all the way, and I'm gonna go beyond this year mark for sure.
For sure.
But so I've done it like a long time ago when it was up the street. I did.
Don't oversaturate yourself, bro. That's all I gotta say.
How do you mean? What do you mean?
So basically, I don't try to be on everything. I don't try to be at every mic, every show, because I want people to want more of me. I don't try to give all of me all at once. You know what I mean? Number one, I don't want to burn myself out. Number two, especially at the phase and where we are, that's a lot of gas money, bro. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Gas has only went down 50 cents. It has not back to $2.25.
God, could you imagine being in California?
Bro, no, I'm not imagining that now. You know what I mean? Like, right? It was like what? I think it was like $7.55 in front of the Beverly Center.
Yeah,
that's way
something
too
like
much,
that,
bro.
That's fucking crazy.
Like seriously, like for $7.55 in the hood, bro, you probably could still get a dime bag for $7.55. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm not imagining that, bro. Not at all. I'm not imagining that at all, man. You know, and hell, when I got out here and I seen the gas as high as it was, I was like, oh, this ain't bad. I was paying this before the gas went up.
Yeah.
So, you know, this is pretty decent until it went to like 409. When it hit 409, I was like, this is some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's what you want to do from what I've noticed, especially with comedy, you just want to be consistent. Do something once a month. Just your name keep bringing in the industry, bro. Keep bringing in the industry.
So when you say, would you agree or disagree? Because when we say don't oversaturate, would you agree or disagree with trying to get as much stage time as possible to try to get, you know?
Oh, no, get your stage time in, but know the difference between open mic stage time and showcase stage time. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
A lot of people, they want to get the open mic stage time in, feeling, oh, yeah, this big producer is going to come in here. He's going to recognize me. I'm going to be famous.
Yeah.
Ain't trying to do all that, bro. That's weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That is weird. Yeah. That's where you should be to work out.
Do the showcase stage time where I'm actually talking to people where, you know what I mean? Women are literally throwing their drawers at me and I'm you know what I'm saying? Like
has that
those.
Happened to you?
Yes, that's happened.
At a comedy show?
Yes, it has.
That's fucking great.
Dude. Swear it happened. So I was in North Carolina, did a show out in North Carolina, and I got a call back where, you know, I'm talking about abandonment issues. And as soon as I hit the call back, boom. Oh my God. I go into my next bit. Next thing I know, I see these draws just hit me in the face. And I was like, I hope these ain't period panties. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the only thing in my mind. Was like, I hope she wasn't on her period when she threw these draws at me, because I would hate to kill this bitch up here. You know what I'm saying?
That's fucking funny.
But yeah, bro, the woman throw her draws at me and shit. They was moist too in the center. I ain't gonna lie. I felt the moistness on my nose, and I was like, strawberries.
Oh my God.
She got a nice douche, bro.
Oh my God.
Cool.
Dude, so that's fucking crazy, man.
I'm serious, bro.
I've never seen panties thrown at comedy shows.
Oh God, look.
I thought that just happened
that ain't nothing, man. That ain't nothing, bro. Like, these hoes are disrespectful, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now, you married. These hoes are disrespectful, bro.
That's funny.
All right,
dude.
so I did a show out here. Let me tell you what happened, right? When I first came out here, the weekend, literally the weekend of me getting here. And I got here the day before Thanksgiving in 2021. All right. It's the first time me ever being in this area doing anything. I do a show that Saturday. All right. I'm doing a show. Blah, 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 cool, everything cool. I go to the back of the green room. I'm chopping it up with the producer of the show and talking to other comics. We doing some networking. I go outside. And when I go outside, I'm looking for my wife and my sister-in-law, my son and my mother-in-law. As soon as I hit the corner, they're staring at me, bro. But it wasn't like one of those, hey, I love the show. It was one of those like, I'm going to kill you and this bitch.
Whoa.
So evidently, this lady had stood up and just screamed my name. LaRance Braggs! I didn't know anything about that, okay?
Wow.
I didn't know anything about that. Now, when I go to a show, I've never had, since then, my wife has always been like, I'm going. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. I'm going.
She wants to see what's going to
Every
happen.
show I'm going.
Keep an eye on
because
it.
if this lady is yelling my man's name like this her husband, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no telling. He could be at a hotel room somewhere and might be in a bed when he walk in. You know what I'm saying? Like she's like, I'm going. Like I can't go nowhere by myself, to the point where I got an iPhone. I don't know nothing about iPhones. Now I know this bitch can find my iPhone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm not, like they're tracking me everywhere I go
tracking you,
now,
dude.
ever since, bro. And I'm just like,
You're held accountable.
oh man, I done had a lady come up to me and grab my dick right in front of my wife.
Oh, that's crazy.
This is after
What
show.
shows are these, bro?
These are just shows that I've been to, bro. These are just shows that I've been to. Hell, I think the worst place for women to actually be like that is, I would have to say, Illinois. Them bitches bold up there, bro.
Wow.
Like bold. Like grab your nuts, look at your wife, like, bitch, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, bro. Oh, yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, they yeah, man.
That's great, dude. Yeah, but I understand what you say about the oversaturation, because what I've figured out is kind of like on the note of what you're talking about, like trying to figure out strategically. What I've kind of done is I picked okay, like these are the open mics that I feel I'm going to get the most out of. So if there's a crowd that I can get legit feedback from,
right,
you know what I mean, when I'm trying new stuff out, or I can practice everything that I know works, so I have it down for when I have a show.
Exactly.
And I've learned through trial and error of going to a shitload of different open mics of which ones to kind of hit, you know what I mean, that are going to benefit me, you know what I mean, so I can get stage time, like club stage time experience, so I can get like crowds, big crowds, etc.
Exactly.
So yeah, I understand totally what you're saying. Like being at every single place is not necessarily going to make you better, because it's the kind of place that you're getting that experience in, right?
Right.
So, yeah, 100%.
What makes you better, I feel, is the writing, bro. You have to write. A lot of people, they say that they write, but I'm looking at them and I'm just like, you a goddamn lie.
Yeah.
Stop lying. Give me the formula. Tell me the formula. Tell me the formula. Tell me the formula. Like, what is the formula? Tell me what's your formula. Don't even know
like
what I'm talking about,
their process
bro.
is, and they're like, well,
yeah, well, I mean, she just give me a regular setup, punchline, act out.
Right.
They don't even know they don't know those steps.
Yeah.
Setup, punchline, act out.
Wow. Interesting. Huh. Have you heard, have you ever talked to or met Damon Wayans before?
No, I haven't. I wanted to.
That's cool. I haven't either, but so do you know Ari Shaffir?
Yes.
So there's a thing on YouTube you can listen to. It's fucking awesome. I think it's great that he did this, and props to whatever comedian recorded it, because it's like very obviously just recorded audio on their phone. So it's like 3.5 hours, almost 4 hours of him talking to young comedians at the Comedy Store, giving them advice. It's from like probably like 2013, I'd say. It's really great, man, because he gives advice. He talks about when he first met Damon Wayans, when he was working the door at the Comedy Store and stuff, and he was just kind of talking to him for a little bit. And Damon Wayans said, dude, like open mics, he's like, I know most of them are fucking horrible. You know, I mean, especially in LA, a lot of them fucking suck, dude. Like, you're not getting anything. It's just you and 4 other comics, 2 of them are asleep. So he's talking about, yeah, they're awful.
Was doing cocaine somewhere on the table, bro.
Right? And he's like, dude, he's like, I get it. They're awful. He's like, Damon Wayans is saying this. He's like, dude, when I started, I went to them for 4 years. I know they suck, but you got to do them, because that's how you get better, and that's how you get good, and that's how you practice with no one listening to you and you staying consistent. And anyway, he was talking about writing, right? And the thing that he does that he recommended for Ari, that Ari was explaining to people, was, dude, don't try to shoot for the stars and do something that's unattainable. Like, don't say like, okay, I'm going to start writing for 4 hours a day every day. Because if you don't write at all and you're trying to jump to that level, he's like, you're not going to get there. So do something realistic. He's like, this is what he does. For 10 minutes every day, preferably at the beginning of your day, because as your day goes on, it gets harder. Everybody's got 10 minutes to spare. It doesn't matter who you are. Everybody's got 10 minutes, dude, that you can carve out for sure. So he's like, set a timer on your phone if you want, even. Set 10 minutes. Just sit down and write. It doesn't matter if you type or if you handwrite, just write for 10 minutes. Even if it's just bullshit, just stream of conscious, like nonsensical shit, just write for 10 minutes until that timer is up. And if you do that every day, you're going to become a better comedy writer, and you're going to get better in the habit of writing and coming up with stuff, and then just go back and read your shit. He's like, and there will be some stuff in there that you can use and you can come up with. I haven't started doing that, because really, luckily right now, and I need to start, because
one joke a day, bro.
Right. That makes sense. I need to start doing that, because so I know this isn't going to be the case forever, but right now, this whole last year, multiple times a week, certain ideas will come to me and I'll write them down. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I'll put them in my phone, and then I'll like work on them, and then I'll actually tell them on stage, and I'll retool them and see what works and see what doesn't. Then some things that you know how it is, dude, some things you think are going to be really funny are not fucking funny at all when you actually say them, and you try and you try and you try, but it's just not good. So or at least right now, you know what I mean? So you throw it away, you put it away. Right. And then the things that you're like, I guess I'll try this bullshit, that turns out to be fucking fire. Gold. You know what I mean? And you're like, really? They think that? But fuck it. I mean, if that's what's funny, that's what's funny. You know what I mean? So you start doing that, and you make that stronger. So I know that things aren't just always going to come to me. So that 10-minute kind of practice thing is really important. I need to start doing that. I haven't done it yet, but I think that's really great advice. Yeah. And that's coming from somebody that's very successful. You know what I mean? So
I only do one joke a day, bro. But
you can consistently, do you try to just come up with one, or like have you always just had something
something happens every day?
Okay, based off your real experience.
Yeah, but that's what comedy really is, bro.
True.
You know what I mean? A lot of people don't realize it, but comedy is a teaching tool, bro. So I mean, I'm a teacher, so I got to come up with my curriculum for every show. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And one joke a day, he does it for me. Literally one joke a day. That's like, for instance, I'm going to cast a spell on her. You know, like, bitch, I'm at Taco Bell. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that's great.
Bitch, you playing with chupacabras and shit up in here? You feel what I'm saying? Like, one joke a day, bro.
That's great.
Something happens every day that is funny. If you really love the craft like you say you do, you can find something funny every day.
Oh, 100%, dude.
You know what I'm saying?
100%. No, I agree. I want to get into that practice, though, because I know for a fact there aren't, like right now, like I said, dude, ideas are just flowing into my head. You know what I mean? And I can write them down. I have tons of stuff. I have things that I have not even had a chance to really like work on stage, trying brand new, just because I'm like, man, I'm still perfecting the ideas of the new shit that I came up with before. I haven't even had a chance to fucking try the new. So like, I need to get into a practice where when those ideas go away and I have a block, that I'm going to have some kind of routine in hand. You know what I mean? So I don't just get stuck doing the same shit. You know what I mean?
I do something new at every mic.
That's great. That's awesome.
I'm doing something new at every mic, bro.
That's great.
Every mic, I'm doing something new. One main reason, there's a lot of people out here stealing jokes, bro.
You mean in general, not just here. You mean everywhere.
Just everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're stealing jokes.
Interesting.
So.
Because that's crazy, because you think that's something that no one would do. Right, because you like Carlos Mencia, you hear all these stories and everything's been so blown up.
I don't trust criminals. Like, majority of the people that's in the comedy world, bro, they either went to school.
That's true.
Or they went to school. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
I know a lot of them who went to school. You feel what I'm saying?
It's true, man.
So it's like, you was stealing in, bro. Like, I know you was stealing. You feel me? We was stealing together. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, nah, bro, I don't trust your methods on how you get them. You feel me?
That's true.
And it's usually the ones that be like, oh, comedy is subjective. Bitch, you stole that. Stop playing. You stole that. Don't play with me. You stole that.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying?
That's good, dude.
Those are the ones you got to watch, bro. The ones that be pressing the issue. Oh, comedy is subjective. All right, you're going to subject my foot to your ass is what you're going to make me do, bro. Dude. Like, I worked hard on this. You feel me?
Something I didn't know. And obviously this isn't, I don't even know if this shit even ended up happening or whatever, but it was just funny. So TJ Miller was in town a couple weeks ago, and I was at every Thursday night I go to the Fort Worth open mic at Hyenas right after I go to Backdoor. And I was over there, I did my set. He was popping in and he was hanging out, and he did a little set at the open mic after his show because he was at Fort Worth on Thursday and Friday. And then I was hanging out coincidentally, once again, I was talking to Mikey B at the bar after I did my little 3 minutes or whatever the fuck. And I just tried a bunch of relatively new stuff and fucked around. Had a decent set. And he came up to me after and he was like, hey man, that was good stuff. You know, and then he walked away, and I said to Mikey, I was like, does that mean he's going to fucking steal my fucking shit? You know what I mean? And he was like, never know. So you got to be careful.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, dude, you got to be fucking careful, dude.
Yeah, man, that's what I be saying, that's why I don't know a lot of comics, bro. I see them doing weird shit. If I see you in the open mic and you talking and you ain't got no pen and paper in your hand, and all of a sudden you pop out with a desk with all this shit and you start writing.
See, that's what I don't understand. That's what I don't understand, because comics that I actually like and are good and working and stuff that I'll see at open mics, after they're done with their set, I think what they're doing is they're like retooling what they said, because right after they're done.
Bro, this fool ain't even went on yet.
Oh yeah.
Ain't even went on yet.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Like the legit ones. Have you ever just sat back and watched everybody in the room at an open mic?
Yeah. Once or twice, yeah.
I mean, just really watched them though.
Not to the degree that I think you're talking about,
bro. Like really watched them. I'm talking about. I watch face. I'm a real big body language person. So when it comes to like facial expressions, your eyebrows raising up, your body just changing, and you start sweating.
So you're watching them react.
I'm watching the reactions from it.
Okay.
All right. Now, a lot of the times, bro, you can tell who's about to steal somebody's joke. Because it's like that real curious dog that hears something, their eyebrows just, they raise up.
Right.
You see the ears come up.
Yeah.
You see the tail start wagging. You feel what I'm saying? Like you could look at them and tell. Because you go to the next mic, they're trying that same joke at another mic somewhere, as long as that person's not there.
Yeah.
But you can tell. You can tell, and it's the eyebrows. That's how you can tell when a motherfucker really about to steal somebody's shit. They're just like, like that's a good one. This is very subjective. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it's a lot of people out here. Hell, even some of these, like some of the ones, like these A-listers, they got people that go out to the mics and just sit back and listen.
They got little ringers.
Yeah, they coming back from here. This is what I heard.
Mules.
You know, write this up. What that person gonna do? They don't know who this person
That's true.
is.
No, it's true, man. Just like TJ Miller, he's famous. I'm not. So if you wanted to take some, not to say he did or will or anything, but I'm just saying, like, let's say if he did want to take someone's joke, obviously it becomes his at that point.
Carlos Mencia.
Yeah, he did that for years.
Joe Hill. I don't know if you know Joe Hill.
No,
but he's a comedian out of New York. Now, rumor has it that he has stole somebody's jokes.
Okay.
Like he done came up on Comedy Central special, Showtime special, and everything behind whoever's jokes that he supposedly has stolen.
Oh man,
you feel what I'm saying? But it's just like, you know, people out here doing that shit, bro.
Right. That's fucking
out here doing it.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy. You know. What's it called? Yeah, you gotta be careful with
Steal
that.
me
Dude.
$1 million set shit. I run across one of them, boy. It's curtains. I'm just telling you. After that run is over with, I'm even going to Tahiti. Going to Tahiti, boy.
I feel like that's the comforting thing. Like, so obviously, yes, for me, it would suck to have a joke stolen. Obviously, if I heard a comedian or something like saying it, you know, and I've heard tons of fucking comedians that I've listened to on podcasts talk about like how they have seen their material being recited back to them by other comics before. As devastating as that would be, and as frustrating as that would be, the comfort I take in it, and obviously I'm not the first person to say this, but I'm on the, like, I subscribe to the idea of, well, hey man, if you have to steal material in order to build a set or to get by, the difference between you and me is I came up with that stuff on my own. You know what I mean? So if I came up with that idea, I'm going to come up with 1 million more. You know what I mean? So I'm going to have as much as it sucks, like I'm not saying that makes it okay to get it stolen, but you know, like, If I am capable of coming up with something that you'd want to steal,
that's in your neighborhood.
You know?
In my neighborhood, you steal a joke, bro, we finna fuck you up. Bottom line. Somebody get him, hold him. Like, yeah, we finna ass, boy. Can't steal from me, because I mean, hell, this is, you know, this me doing comedy, man, and being involved in just the industry, period. Like this, like everybody that I do speak with, me working and growing and doing what I've been doing, this is bigger than me. You know, I come from, I'm literally probably, matter of fact, I know I am. I'm first generation success. I still got nieces, nephews, a son, a daughter, you know what I'm saying? Little cousins that are looking up to me that need some kind of role model to see, okay, you know, my hard work can pay off for me. You know what I mean? Like this is way bigger than me, bro. And that's one reason why you steal my shit, I'm gonna punch you in your eye. Simple as that. You feel me? I'm not finna slap you like Will Smith. I'm finna punch you dead in your eye, dead in your, hit you dead in your palm catches.
And that's what's so crazy about it to me, dude. Because that's why I guess to me, right? Like people are always gonna do things that everybody thinks that you can never do. I can never do that, man. I could never go like, oh yeah, like that's a good joke. I'm gonna take it and make it mine. My brain doesn't work that way. I work in the way of like, man, that's fucking good. I gotta go. This inspires me to go. I gotta get better at my shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know, and then it is funny though how it's like it's horrible to steal people's stuff, and like you're saying, dude, like, hey man, I'll fucking punch you in the eye if you steal my shit. But isn't it funny how
I'm
like
not saying it. I'm telling you, I'm gonna
or
punch
you'll
you.
do it.
If I catch you, I'm gonna punch. Dot you right in your eyeball,
done,
bro.
Dude, done.
I'm gonna fuck that retina all the way up.
But isn't it funny how then, and it is a completely different thing, so I get it and I agree with it, but isn't it funny how if you have people openly write for you, then that's fine, right? Like Chris Rock, it's no secret. I mean, for a lot of his stuff, he'd have people write his jokes and stuff, and he'd pay them. He'd pay comedians to come up with stuff because he's too busy or whatever.
Right.
He needs to build an hour quickly, and he can't just come up with it all on his own.
Right.
It is funny though, because it's like, you know, like, oh yeah, well these people legitimately wrote these, but I'm giving them credit for it.
They'll
I'm giving them money, and I'm giving them money
Right.
for these jokes.
Right. That's a difference.
Yeah, and I agree. I agree with this. I think it's just kind of funny how closely related that is, right? Like you stole it, you took it for free, right? Versus these aren't mine. This guy came up with it, but I'm saying that he came up with it, or girl came up with it, and I'm saying they came up with it.
That's a job. There's a difference.
It's true. Yeah, it's true.
There's a difference between a job and a cookie crook, bro. These is being cookie crooks.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like for real, bro. Like shit.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine this, right? Because I think once I explain this, you'll feel the rage from what I'm talking about. Imagine now you just started doing comedy. Imagine somebody stole your whole set.
Yeah.
You just started doing comedy, bro, and they do it right in your face.
That's fucking crazy.
How you gonna feel?
That was what Carlos Mencia would do.
Yeah.
Right?
God. How would you feel?
Or if you're supposed to follow him.
You still ain't told me how you felt yet.
Horrible. Needless to say.
Would you be angry?
Absolutely.
Would you be ready to punch him in the eye?
Did this happen to you?
No, not to me. Yeah, because people know I will punch you in your eye.
I thought you were going to turn around and say it happened to you.
I'm not playing, bro. I was on national television beating somebody up. Like, I'm not playing with you, bro.
No, I would be enraged.
You know what I'm saying?
Horrible. It would be horrible.
Man.
It would be horrible.
You feel me? Like, how would, and they approached you and was like, hey, you did a good job, blah, 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 blah.
Wow.
It's just like throwing it right in your face even more. Like,
yeah. Have you seen that happen?
I ain't gonna say names. I ain't gonna say names. I ain't dropping no names, but I done seen names. I done seen it happen so many times.
Wow, so many times,
bro. I seen it at a clean show.
Wow,
I done seen it at a gospel show before. Matter of fact,
like a church show.
Yeah, wow. Like last week I did a show out in Wichita Falls with Angelia Walker, Trey Mack, a few other people.
It's awesome.
And literally, bro, their opening act stole a host of jokes.
Wow.
I'm sitting in the back like, you not finna just pull him off? You just gonna leave him? Okay, go on. Wow. Y'all do this weird shit if you want to.
Wow.
Literally stole his whole joke, bro.
Damn, dude.
Mm-hmm. I'm big talking about the joke. The guy actually, his punchline was like, I'm big, not strong. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That was how it came out. And soon as I heard it, I just looked directly at the host. And the host just raised his head up like, bitch, I ought to eat you right now. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
And it of all shows, like a gospel show. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
This was just last week.
So this was like squeaky clean material.
Yeah.
That's cool. How much of that do you have? Of like squeaky clean material do you have?
I got about an hour and a half.
Wow. That's fucking awesome, dude. Well, so what about all together? Like the non-clean?
42 years.
It's like, how long do you want me to talk for, dude? How much you paying me? I'll keep going, dude.
42 years.
I'll keep going.
Yeah, 42 years. All together, man, like, I just got jokes, bro.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? I just got a lot of jokes, bro. Like, I wrote a lot, and I'm still writing. You feel me? My dad comes to me with shit, and I'm just like, that's not funny, but I can figure out something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll figure something out to do with it. You should
talk about this.
Yeah, so, he does.
So do you, as somebody with that much experience and that much material, do you agree with the idea, not necessarily that you should only do this, but that you should seriously consider and make it part of your material? You should have a good amount of clean material as someone who's new, as a new comedian, especially if you're trying to get booked, you're trying to get host spots, etc.
Be honest with you, them clean shows pay more than them other ones, bro. So, you could be the judge of that one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whichever's paying more. You feel me?
Sure.
So if the clean is paying more, what you think you need to have more of?
Right.
That clean material.
Right.
Because anybody can go out here and talk hella shit.
True.
You can do that all day. But
True.
to actually be able to do this in front of an environment where people could possibly come bless you with some oil or something, you feel what I'm saying? Like, you need to have as much material as possible. Because it's a lot of Christian comics out here that paid, bro. Like, paid. That was my
no, that's cool, dude. Don't worry about it.
My manager.
Don't worry about it, dude.
Clean. Like, I did 10 minutes. Bro, I got paid. Look, I did about 8 minutes. Got $150 for 8 minutes.
Can't beat that.
I do 8 minutes somewhere else. They're going to be trying to give me $25 and a basket of chicken wings. You know what I'm saying?
You're paying them.
Yeah, you feel me?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at the comparison like, yeah, I'm gonna book me for anything right here.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
Yeah, that's cool. Like, you're absolutely right, man. Because I got to host a private event, right, that I got paid for. Which, dude, to be honest, at this stage, any money, like Alonzo, going back to Alonzo again, he's like, dude, any money that you make in your first 3 or 4 years, he's like, just consider it like a bonus. He's like, because you're really not supposed to get paid anything, really. You know what I mean? He's like, dude, you're not really supposed to be he's like, if you do, obviously don't turn it down, but he's like, don't expect. He's like, comedians that expect to get paid a ton of money when they've been doing comedy for a year or two is crazy. So the fact that I got anything was great, because I'm just trying to get as much experience, as much stage time as possible for me at this stage, right? So I got this private event. I got to host it because I had 10 minutes of clean material, right? That I could tell, you know what I mean? Or that I could perform. So I have, and I think a lot of that personally for me just has to do with like where I'm in my life. Like I have a family, I have a wife. I think a lot of that stuff helps, because I remember like when I was younger, like when that short little blip of time that I did stand-up comedy in 2012, I was like, you know how it is, dude. Like the younger you are, the more you're like, clean, fuck that shit, bro. That shit's for pussies, bro. Like I want to fucking talk about some real shit. You know what I mean? And it's like, now I'm just like, I'm not even saying like I'm only writing clean, because I don't just only have clean material, but I'm more like, hey man, let me try to make this stuff, it's like relatable across the board. I think a lot of that stuff comes with maturity. The cool thing about comedy, dude, is like the more life experience you have and like the older you are, it's cool, dude. You actually like, I feel like it gives you more of an advantage. You know what I mean? Like comedy's cool like that. Like the more life experience you have, the funnier you can be. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
to a wider range of people.
Because the older you get, it's more shit that you can actually say and get away with.
Right, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Me
true.
being 42, I can't go up to no female and be like, and this old dirty ass bitch. And, you know what I'm saying? Somebody 60 years old can say something like that. He could use that as his punchline, and it's finna go through the roof.
Dude, 100%, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Me, like, what the fuck is he trying to be all mean and shit for? Why you dogging women? Bitch, I'm talking about you though. You know what I'm saying? But the older you get, bro, it's just like people. Oh, it's okay. He can do that. Yeah, it's okay. Let him go. He's just old.
Case in point, bro. I remember like a long time ago, I was waiting for the bus. And this old man, bro, 80 plus, had to be at least 80 plus years old. Standing at the bus stop. It's me and this other girl. I was like 20 at the time or something. There was a girl that was right around my age, college age, whatever, standing there smoking a cigarette at the bus stop. I was standing next to her. She was smoking. Old man rolls up. Bus was like down the street. He's like, he looks at the girl and he's like, "You're just going to smoke that cigarette right here, aren't you? You don't give a shit about people with lung problems or anything." And then the bus pulls up, right? And he cuts everybody that was there before him to get up to the bus for the doors open. And fucking he goes, "Why don't you get smart, you bitch?" This chick could have been his granddaughter. He gets on the bus, right? And he walks past and the guy's like, the bus driver's like, "Hey, you didn't pay, sir." And he's like, "Nah, whatever." Yeah. And he just goes and the bus driver's just like, whatever. If I had done all that, dude, I would have been kicked off the fucking bus. That chick would have lost her mind. Handcuffs. Yeah. That chick would have lost her mind. Yeah. Bro. But this dude's fucking old. Yeah. So they let him get away with it. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Seriously, bro. Like, seriously. Like, that's why, like, me right now, I'm just thinking about myself and where I'm at right now in my career. And I'll be, with me about to turn 42 and me doing comedy and being in the industry, just being in the industry for 10 years. Once I do hit that age range, I'm excited to see like how much growth I'm going to have. You know what I mean? Because if I'm making the moves that I'm making now, and I'm not even at that age, once I finally do get at that age where I literally have nothing else to worry about, bro, it's just limitless.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To the options that I'm gonna have at hand, bro. Like, I'll be old enough to play somebody old ass daddy or old ass uncle in a movie or a TV show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I could say really everything that I want to say on a stage, and they're gonna laugh at it. Just because they're like, "Oh, look at this old ass guy," you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot, bro. Like, I'm looking forward to take Viagra. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all of this stuff. I'm looking forward to all of this stuff, bro. I'm looking forward to getting old like that, man.
Yeah,
you know, because it's just I won't have nothing else to do, bro. Like, my son 19, My daughter, she's 16. I got another one that's 23. So by the time I do get to that age, they're going to be, I know for sure, mature enough to take care of themselves where I don't have to worry about nothing. And it's just me and my wife.
Yeah.
I'd love to just be able to just go travel, just do shows, go travel and do shows.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Did you ever do anything at Flappers?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. So back when
I'm a house comedian.
Hell yeah, dude. That's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
So you did the Yoo-Hoo room, you've done the main room, all that shit. I love that little tiny ass room, dude. That shit's interesting.
I started going over there when they had the one in Burbank and Claremont.
I didn't know about Claremont.
They closed one of them now.
Okay. Because the Burbank, once again, that tiny little time when I was doing stand-up in 2012, Flappers was pretty new. It was pretty new at that point in time. So yeah, it's interesting to see how that's evolved and stuff, because now it's a pretty big club.
I mean, they only got one.
Now they only have one.
They had two of them.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, they had two. They had one in Burbank and one in Claremont, bro.
That's cool.
So they closed one of them down. I guess they just wasn't making money like they were supposed to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they shut it down, though. I guess a lot of it had to do with because of the COVID. You know, that COVID shit, especially out west.
Yeah.
Bro, that
big
shit
time.
was ridiculous, bro.
Big time, dude. Well, man, once again, thanks for coming by, dude.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, man, it's awesome to have you over here, and feel free to come back anytime. I know it's kind of out of the way for you, but thanks for coming back. And
oh, you got these lemon lime sparkles,
dude. Nothing beats
good,
these, bro. So, real quick, I've been doing this normally at the beginning of the episode, but I fucking forgot because we started talking. So, just real quick, as always, just follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Crux Crawford, Crux Crawford, just how it's spelled, because there's no name like it. And I'm going to be, where am I going to be? So, I'm going to be at the Fort Worth 420 Fest on April 20th, obviously, of this month. I'm going to be at Comedy Arena on Saturday, April 30th. The 10:30 show. I'm going to be at MacGyver's in Burleson, Texas. Boy, I'm going to be back there for my second time, August 6th, the first Saturday of August, that first weekend of August. And then anything else that comes up in between, I'm sure some other shit's going to pop up here or other places in Texas. I'll be sure to update everybody on that. LaRance, where can they follow you? Where can they see you? Where are you going to be?
My name. Well, at the moment, man, you can just catch me on Instagram. Comedian.LaRance brags. Yeah, that's basically it, bro. I mean, I'm so in between like filming and getting ready for this play, and I just right now with the comedies when I get booked. So you book me, I'm there. If not, you'll see me more than likely on Instagram.
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah. Oh, that's great, man. Well, yeah, there it is. Everybody, thanks for coming in with us for another week. Keep listening, and I'll see you guys next time. Crux, yeah.
Let me hear you say Crux, yeah. Crux, yeah. Let me hear you say Crux, yeah. Crux, yeah. Crux, yeah podcast.
Crux Crawford.